When I say king, you say kid. King. King. All right, so we're here, and today we have a list of fun activities to celebrate the life of Dr. Martin Luther King, a man whose our school is named after.
All right, getting ready to line up. Getting ready.
Okay, how you doing, young lady? I'm D. Junior Davis. I'll chat with the Candy Man. We have a program at Yoshi every Wednesday night that we have a Wednesday night. I'd like you to introduce yourself to the audience.
My name is Sumatra Downing. I'm the school social worker at Martin Luther King Middle School.
Okay. Now, we all understand we have an event today on Martin Luther King's birthday. I would just like to compliment you. Can you tell the audience a little more about yourself and what we're doing here today?
Well, I'm a licensed clinical social worker. I coordinate all the mental health services here at Dr. Martin Luther King Junior Academic Middle School. I coordinate our mentoring program as well. So I make sure that our kids' emotional and social needs are getting met here at the school. As you know, we work with a lot of kids from the Bayview, Hunters Point area. I myself am from the Fillmore area, Western Addition, born and raised San Francisco native. So it's very important to have someone like myself here at this school site providing services to all of our children of color. I'm one of only 5 African-American female social workers in this whole district. So it's important that, you know, we grow our services so that we can have more people like myself in the schools, especially here on this day where we're doing our Martin Luther King Jr. March. It's important that the kids recognize the significance that he's played in all of our lives in helping us all receive educations. I wouldn't have what I have right now if it wasn't for him leading the pathway. So I encourage our young people to strive for excellence every day here at school.
This day is very serious, and some of the 6th graders, I've actually gone by to their classrooms to speak to them. So some of the 6th graders already know a little bit about what I'm going to say. And I'm going to talk about why we go to school. Many people have told you that we come to school because we need to get a good job. Many people tell you we come to school because you need to get out of my house so I can have a break. Many people tell you go to school so you can simply get an education. But school is a little more than that. School is important because we as the human race have determined that there are some things that we need to survive as a species. In order for us to get water, my house is not near a water supply source. But when I get thirsty, I can walk into my kitchen, grab a cup, turn on the faucet, and have water go into my cup to drink so I can satisfy my thirst. If I am hungry, I can go to a supermarket where plants that have grown and been picked, I can spend my money to purchase those plants, products. If I want to eat meat, there are people who actually raise cows so that if I want a burger, I can go get a burger.
Out to the streets going straight forward. Going straight forward. This first group here, follow me if you can. Come right this way, coming this way. Everybody else should follow. Take to the side. Take to the side, everybody on this side here. One lane, one lane, one lane, one lane. Getting ready for the march! Getting ready for the march!
Okay, here I am, Candy Man. What's your name?
Dennis.
Dennis, can you introduce yourself to the audience?
Yeah, I'm Dennis. I'm from Bayview, Hunters Point, born and raised all my life.
But can you give the audience a little about what brought it about, why you're here?
Yeah, I bring my son to school every morning. Had him since he was born. I'm raising him. trying to do the right thing. And, you know, I'm part of the Martin Luther King struggle. Raising your own, being a man, taking care of your own, and I see a lot of young kids out there today, and they're not knowing anything about the Martin Luther King.
Right.
You know, half of them don't even know who he is.
Right.
You know, I see on 3rd Street and how they on the drugs. They're so young.
Right.
You know, and it's amazing how you see, you know, the teenagers and you know, and they putting the stuff up their nose, and it just amazed me. And they don't know anything about Martin Luther King, and they really need.
Don't have a clue.
They don't have a clue, and they really need some guidance, and they need to go down there and help them youngsters, you know. And you go down there today, and it'll be full of youngsters down there where they need to be celebrated, or in school, or in the job program, you know, with the Martin Luther King March, and they don't even know anything about the day of Martin Luther King Day, you know, and it's a shame, you know. But my son knows about it, you know. We talks about it,
right.
You know. We watching the programs on TV, and I keeps him up, you know. I try to keeps him on the straight arrow, you know. Do the best I can, you know, as being a father, and you know, I go to St. Andrews, you know, that's from Bishop
Bird.
Yeah, Bishop Birch.
School is how we as the human race pass on the knowledge that will allow us to survive in the future. So when we say that you guys are our future, that you are the leaders, you're literally the future. You are the leaders. But how do we get here today? Which is very important, because I don't think many of you know what it took for you all to be here. I don't know if you guys actually know about the Lemon Grove incident, if it was shared in class, the Little Rock 9, and the Loud versus Nichols decision. The Lemon Grove incident was a case that occurred in San Diego County in 1931. Many of your parents weren't born. I know my mom was not born in 1931. But in 1931, in public education down in San Diego County, some people decided that Latino children should not go to school with white children. And so, I appreciate your reaction, but could we please keep it down so we can move forward? So what they decided to do was they built a school down the street. It was just a shabby structure. They threw it together, and they said that's where the Latino children are going to go to school, separate from everybody else. There was a parent that said no and filed a lawsuit. That lawsuit was in 1931, and it was won. So it said that Latino students could not be separated from other people. So when you come to MLK today, and if you're a Latino student, that case in 1931 is the very reason that you get to walk on the campus of MLK today. There are people in the past who fought for you that didn't even know you, that now allow you to come to school and be educated. 1931. So let's fast forward. 23 years later, 1954, Brown versus the Board of Education, where public school had separated African Americans from everybody else. Court case was decided that you cannot separate African American students from everybody else, just like you couldn't separate the Latino students. And so they said African Americans be educated as well. But something strange happened. When 9 kids in Little Rock, Arkansas were going to be sent to a school, the governor sent the National Guard, that is the military, sent the National Guard to prevent 9 kids from going into a public school. You understand, the National Guard, these are people that go to war. There are individuals who are willing to send out the military to keep 9 black kids from going into a good education system. Like I share with others, if you look on the dime, there's a president, his name is Eisenhower, his face is on the dime. Eisenhower actually told the National Guard, as the president, he told them to stand down. They went home. And then he sent out the 101st Airborne to allow the 9 African-American students to go to school. And for those people who I shared in the 6th grade, the 101st Airborne, they're from the Army. They're what we call, and excuse my language, they're called a kick-ass group. Yes. When we go to war, we send those guys in first. They jump out of airplanes. And when they land, they set the groundwork for us to go to war. The president had to send the 101st Airborne from the Army to have 9 black kids go to public school. This is how serious we're talking about education.
March getting ready to move. Get ready. All right, y'all, we want to keep it tight. We want to keep it tight. We also...
Shake your hand again.
Thank you, sir.
And I would like to commend you again for being that role model.
You know,
because like they say, I always say the role model starts at the dinner table.
Yes.
But it drops right here in your lap.
Thank you. I have my mother and father to thank for that.
Oh, I mean,
yes.
That's all, you just confirmed what I just said. But I want to thank you again, and that's what you're doing here at Martin Luther King.
It's an honor and privilege.
School.
It's an honor and privilege.
Can you tell give the audience a little about yourself?
My name is Derek Bryce, and I'm going to teacher here in the district SFUSD for about 18 years. I've been at Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Middle School for about 14 years. It's been absolutely a privilege and a pleasure to be with these teachers, work with the kids, work with the staff, be a part of the community here at the school and with San Francisco. So I'm honored and privileged to be here. And I thank God I thank him for letting me be a part of these children's lives here at the school and actually after school as well.
Fast forward, 1974, we're in San Francisco. We have a large Asian population in San Francisco. Those Asian students are not being taught English. They're not being taught how to read, write, and speak in English. A parent filed a lawsuit because what was being said in California public schools was that if you were an Asian student and you could not speak English, in order for you to be admitted into the school to do well in English, your parents at home had to teach you English before coming to school. Now you can imagine the parents don't even speak any English. They spoke Japanese, Korean, Mandarin, Cantonese, and various dialects. So then that was an actual racist practice that prevented Asian students from learning. So the case in 1974 was actually won. It's Lau versus Nichols, which now allows us to have English language development classes in our schools so that people who speak a foreign language can be taught English and that burden is not passed on to their parents. So when we come to school at MLK, when people go to school at Viz Valley and other middle schools around the district, when they go to Bret Harte, George Washington Carver, these kids aren't going to school to get a job. These kids aren't going to school so to just learn something. These kids are going to school so that we can continue to survive as a human race. You guys are literally our future. What you learn at school is going to determine if we continue to live. And since we are not aware of that history, some of our behavior indicates that we're not aware of the reason why we're here at school. We're here at school to learn how to survive as a human race. So, with that stated, I want you to recognize all the people who have died for us, fought for us, filed lawsuits on our behalf, spent money so that one day we could arrive at Martin Luther King Middle School and go to class. So let's give it up for people like Dr. Martin Luther King, Aaron Rodriguez, and many others who actually fought for the struggle so that we can be educated. Thank you.